Here we go. Right, so we missed the best part. We just started recording. Not the best part, but a good part. Who is this? Samsung. Somebody calls Samsung again. Every week Samsung comes on iPhone and iCloud. Okay, I hope everybody can hear. Right. So here we go. Action fraud.
Thank you for calling Report Fraud, formerly known as Action Fraud, the UK's National Reporting Centre for Fraud and Cybercrime. If it is an emergency, please hang up and dial 999. If you are ringing from Scotland, please hang up and dial 101. To report a crime or provide information on a crime, you can visit www.reportfraud.police.uk. The website address again is www.reportfraud.police.uk. Alternatively, if you prefer to speak to someone, please hold and one of our agents will be with you shortly. Your call will be recorded for quality and training purposes. We want to direct your call most efficiently. If you are calling for yourself or on behalf of someone else, press 1. If you are calling after the tone, please tell us why you are calling today.
Reporting fraud.
Was that dating fraud?
Reporting fraud.
Was that dating fraud?
No.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options or please try again after the tone.
Fraud.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options or please try again after the tone.
Fraud reporting.
Was that report?
There's some milk there if you want to do your milkshake. I was in Hanging Centre, got organic milk.
Fraud reporting.
Was that report?
Yeah.
Your call is important to us and the next available agent will be with you shortly. Please remember, if you want to report a crime or provide information on a crime, you can visit www.reportfraud.police.uk. The website address again is www.reportfraud.police.uk. Please be aware that information shared may be collected for evidence and is potentially disclosable. We may also share relevant details with the appropriate law enforcement agency. We are currently experiencing a high...
Good afternoon, you're free to report fraud. You take calls and generate reports on behalf of the police. Thank you for your patience in holding. You're speaking with Rob. Can I start by taking your name, please?
Oh, hi, Rob. My name is Anthony Badaloo.
I can barely hear you at all. The line is very bad.
Is that any better?
Not at all.
Oh, my goodness. But I'm hearing you very well.
No, I can't understand anything you're saying at all.
Do you speak Spanish? Oh my God, that was strange. Let's try again. Maybe we'll get a better connection this time.
Thank you for calling Report Fraud, formerly known as Action Fraud, the UK's National Reporting Centre for Fraud and Cybercrime. If it is an emergency, please hang up and dial 999. If you are ringing from Scotland, please hang up and dial 101. To report a crime or provide information on a crime, you can visit www.reportfraud.police.uk.
Incoming call.
The website address again is www.reportfraud.uk. Alternatively, if you prefer to speak to someone, please hold and one of our agents will be with you shortly. Your call will be recorded for quality and training purposes. We want to direct your call most efficiently. If you are calling for yourself or on behalf of someone else, press 1. If you are after the tone, please tell us why you are calling today.
Fraud reporting.
Was that fraud reporting?
Yes.
Your call is important to us and the next available agent will be with you shortly. Please remember, if you want to report a crime or provide information on a crime, you can visit www.reportfraud.police.uk. The website address again is www.reportfraud.police.uk. Please be aware that information shared may be collected for evidence and is potentially disclosable. We may also share relevant details with the appropriate law enforcement agency. We are currently experiencing...
Good afternoon, you're through to Report Fraud. We take calls and generate reports on behalf of the police. Thank you for your patience in holding. You're speaking with Brendan. Can I just start by getting your name?
Yeah, my name is Anthony, sir.
Okay. Do you mind if I get a contact number for you as well, Anthony?
0208. Hello?
Hello? Yeah, you just got out there.
There's something said disconnected. I thought that was strange. Yeah, 0208 361 5050.
Just to confirm that, that was 0208 361 5050.
Yep,
Perfect. And what was your last name as well, Anthony?
Badaloo.
Do you mind spelling that for me just to make sure I spelled that right?
Yeah, BADALOO.
Perfect. Just to confirm that, that was Bravo, Alpha, Victor, Alpha, Lima, Oscar, Oscar.
Yep,
Perfect. And your first name, Anthony, did that have a H or without a H?
with an H.
With an H. Perfect. Perfect. That's Alpha, November, Tango, Hotel, Oscar, November, Yankee.
Right.
Perfect. That's okay. Have you ever contacted Report Fraud before?
I have, yeah.
Okay. No problem. Okay. And do you mind if I ask, is there any connection to Scotland? Or you're a resident of Scotland or anything?
No.
That's okay. How can I help today?
Yeah, okay. So we are victims of I'm a trading standards practitioner, and I'm assisting a number of people, and I'm also a victim myself.
Okay. Are you reporting on behalf of a business or just as yourself?
Well, I'm a business owner, so it's all one and the same.
Okay. Right. Okay. What exactly happened?
Right. So what happened is we had about a decade of incidents with Axiom Ince. You heard of Axiom Ince?
No, not something I'm familiar with.
Oh, it's okay. I'll come to that in a minute. So what it is, they're a big firm of solicitors, and they started, I think, 2011 to fabricate court warrants against us, my family and myself, and we made complaints along the way to the authorities and to the Law Society and to the company. But they carried on. And then in 2015, they repossess our property using a bailiff called the Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
And we later found out the Sheriff's Office is a dormant company at Company's House at the time in question.
Right. Okay.
So in the meantime, the company all the directors in the company, Axiom Ince, they used to be called Axiom Stone. They were shut down by the SRA and the Serious Fraud Office. I think there were like 4 or 5 offices, all of which the whole thing shut down, and they're on trial. The 5 directors are on trial. They've been prosecuted. They're on trial for fraud and counterfeiting.
Okay.
So, obviously, we want our case to be joined up into that prosecution, because we've been making the reports from more than a decade, and the crime is so obvious. So they fabricated a high court writ, which they used. I have a video on YouTube about with it for a long time now. 10 ways to spot a fake high court writ. Then they sent bailiffs round who say they're from the sheriff's office, which is a dormant company. And then we had a couple of other people. One is called Manoj Gondia, who told the police he was a bailiff when he took possession of the flat. And a police officer called Sergeant Purcell told me that Manoj Gondia is a bailiff. But I know he's not a bailiff because he was a member of my staff at the time. Yeah?
Right, okay.
So that is, so when we heard about the trials and stuff, we contacted the Serious Fraud Office. And from what I understand, they directed us back to you, and they said we need to report it to you, Action Fraud, and if the claim is over $1 million, or the loss or damage or whatever, then you will automatically refer the case to the Serious Fraud Office.
Okay. You mentioned that you already made a report with us previously. Or you've reported.
I made a report. I've got a video on YouTube of the conversation. You just stress me out and harass me. You don't harass the criminals. You harass the victim.
Okay. Do you have a reference number or anything?
I could find the reference number, but you should be able to find it on my name, Badaloo. I can send you an email afterwards with links, and because we recorded it, it's on YouTube, the call, yeah? So
just so I understand correctly then, so in regards to this incident then, the suspect organization, the Axiom Inc. or Stone at the time, they fabricated warrants against you. Were they claiming that you owed money somewhere, or what was the justification for the warrant supposedly?
well, I had a dispute with this Mr. Gondia, and
Okay.
he somehow managed to put his name on my property as a proprietor, which is impossible. You can put your name as a charge, you have a charge, but you can't put your name as a proprietor, and I believe Axiom Stone helped him to do this.
Right, so the suspect in this case put their name down as a proprietor of your property,
Yeah.
potentially with the aid of this Axiom solicitors,
Sorry.
and then they
Yeah.
use that as a justification to repossess
Yeah.
your property,
Yeah,
claiming
because
that it was owned by the other person.
well, he was on the land registry as a proprietor. It can't be, I am the proprietor. It could be on there that he has a charge, which even that would be a problem. But you can't, if you're there as a proprietor, it's fraud. Full stop. You never bought the property. You never, you know. So I can tell you previous to that, they took my car with a falsified warrant. A lady called Miss Gleason, Gleeson, and we found out that the warrant was fake. And they, after like nearly a month, they handed back the car with no money paid, in an admission that they didn't have a valid warrant.
Right, okay. And Axiom has been shut down by the SRA, is that right? And
It's a joint effort between the SRA and the Serious Fraud Office.
And this individual that was put down as the proprietor of your property,
Yes.
Did they work for Axiom, or were actually on Axiom's behalf, or?
No, he was a former employee of mine. So he had access to my data and stuff.
I'm going to have a look into this for you, just to see if we can get a report taken. Your name hasn't come up with any kind of reports or anything on our system.
Okay, well, subsequent to this, I can give you further material. I just wanted to lodge the report because I was directed here by the Serious Fraud Office.
Right. No, I understand.
Yeah.
We have a look here. And do you know if the suspect put themselves down as proprietor for your property through like fraudulent documentation? Have you seen any like documents been signed by yourself fraudulently or anything like that?
Well, I've seen the land registry where it has him as a proprietor. And I didn't sign anything to make him proprietor. So, however it got there, it had to be forgery.
Right, and this was in 2011?
No, this was 2011 was the car. Yeah, they took my car.
Okay.
And they gave the car back without any money changing hands.
Okay.
So
why did they take the car?
Well, they said they had a warrant, and then when we started to battle the warrant, the same solicitor, Axiom, Ince, was dealing with it, and they released the car after, but I had to fight them very hard.
Right, okay. Was the justification for taking the car also related to the property, or did they say that it was related specifically to the car?
I don't know what it is. They're coming along and saying they have a warrant. They can, that's the bottom line. They never made an application for a warrant. They don't have any seal on they don't have, it's just a lie, just a counterfeit.
And is the suspect still in possession of the property at the moment?
It's very interesting because the property was allegedly sold, yeah,
Okay.
and the proceeds from the sale of the property went into the bank account of an underage child called Roshni Gondia.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
So the property was worth at the time, the market value was about 500,000.
Okay. And did they take access to the property from 2015? Do you know when they sold the property allegedly?
It's around the same time, maybe a few months later.
Okay. Right. And did you go through any kind of civil court related to the property or repossession or anything at the time?
I went through the court process,
Okay.
and we had an order from the High Court, from, I believe it's a Master Stevenson, where it says in the judgment that it says, for the avoidance of doubt, I make no judgment as to any monies owed.
Right. Okay. That was a dispute over the money that was from the sale. Is that right?
No. We had a dispute over money from previous times. We had an investment. He put some money up. I put my name, and the company that we invested in went bust.
Right.
So I paid him back half the money plus interest. So I didn't feel I owe him anymore, but he felt I owed him the full amount plus interest.
Okay, so this was prior to the repossession of the house?
Yeah,
okay.
I made all my payments through the bank, through the accountant. Everything was done above board, as good as possible.
Right. Okay.
So the judge looked at it and said he makes no order for any monies owed.
Okay.
But what they do, sir, when they want to repossess properties like this, they don't say they're claiming money. They say that they're, what's the word? They're enforcing their charge at the land registry. So this is the scam.
Right. And when that happened, that wasn't contested in court related to the repossession of the property specifically?
We tried, but they were very aggressive because there were tenants with children living in the property, and they kicked them out, and the police came, and the police ordered the bailiffs, who I believe was called Kevin McNally. He's the guy on the TV, the sheriff's office, and told him to bring back the children's items because they took the children's things, but they didn't arrest him. So this is the problem.
Right, okay. But there was no actual court of any kind from 2015 onward related between yourself and the suspect?
No, all we did, we went to the police. We were, it's not a court matter, it's a police matter, I did I did file a copy of the false documents that they give. I did file it in the Chancery Court where they said where it came from. So the manager at the Chancery, High Court Chancery Division, Mr. Paul Farren, Farren, what the procedure is, if you show it's a fraud, you file it. I filed it on a system called Resolver, did everything. Mr. Paul Farren is supposed to issue an order to say this is a void, like this is not a valid document, yeah?
Right.
But he said to me, he said, I won't be giving you the order. So it seems to me he's accepting that it's not valid, but he's saying to me on the phone, I won't be giving you the order. So
did he give an explanation as to why that wasn't being accepted?
No explanation, nothing. One time before that, I went down to the court about just after the incident, to ask to see the warrant on the court file, to see the court file. And they showed me the court file, and a Mrs. Patel was there, and there was no warrant, no writ, no warrant on the file. And Mrs. Patel, who works in the court, she said to me she could make one up for me there and then.
Okay.
So, so this is one thing, and I just want to tell you a couple of things about the matter more. So that property is worth, my estimated value is about $500,000, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But I have seen land registry records, when it was sold, the transfer took place, no land registry fee was paid, and no stamp duty was paid. And there was no signature from, the proprietor, which is me.
So, and are you listed as the proprietor still?
Yes, I was still listed as a proprietor, but his name was there as a proprietor as well. And it's not possible legally to be like that. And of course, I'll remind you, we have the situation where the money was paid to his minor underage daughter at the time, Roshni Gondia. So it went into a child's bank account. That was a Santander account, yeah? And I also had a mortgage on the property with Santander.
Right, and have you spoke with HM land registries, like fraud team directly or anything?
I spoke to everybody. I have a campaign on the internet called ScambusterTV. Everything is there. I spoke to everybody. Unfortunately, I was tempted to say nobody is acting, but people are acting, but I'm not getting justice so far. But when I saw the Axiom Ince being done for forgery and everything, and I was reporting this for 10 years to the Law Society, Paul Phillip. I report to the company itself. I asked them for the insurance. I've done videos. I got a petition that goes to the Lord Chancellor, the Prime Minister, whatever. I got over 6,000 people signed it. Yeah? On court order scams, fake warrants, all that. I made a video called 10 Ways to Spot a Fake High Court Writ. So then I found out later on, not too long ago, that the bailiff company, the sheriff's office, is dormant. So even if everything was proper, they can't fix that one. And then I had some other irregularity with my Santander bank account, which was connected with that mortgage. I made some inquiry for my tax return, and I was told the money that came into my account over a 24-month period, I was told by somebody called Kirsty from Santander in the fraud department. She said there was 473,000 came in and out my account.
There was how much?
473,000.
Okay, did she say where that money went?
Nope. They passed it to her, and she's in the fraud department, but following that, I did everything I could, DSAR this, I did everything possible, reported to the fraud department, but it never progressed. And I have a belief it's connected with this Mr. Gondia.
Did you check bank statements or anything to see the record of that transaction or anything?
It didn't show on my bank statement. Apparently, you can put money in your bank and take it out quick within a time window. If you work for the bank, it can be done, and it doesn't stay on the bank statement. They have a window of time to correct errors, and they can use that to, do interesting things.
And was that money put into your account around the same time as the sale of the property?
Yes. Well, it wasn't one go, it was over. What I did, I contacted the bank and I said, I need figures to do my tax return. Can you tell me how much came in and out in the last 24 months? And then they check it, and then they said 473,000, which is, normally I would expect it to be around 20,000 range.
And Axiom Inc., you mentioned that they've been shut down by the SRA and investigated by the Serious Fraud Office. Was that for forgery? Is that right?
Well, there is Axiom Ince, I-N-C-E.
Yeah.
So they were known before as Axiom Stone.
Okay. They were being investigated by the Serious Fraud Office for forgery, is that right?
Not investigated. They've been charged.
Okay.
They've been charged, prosecuted, and are on trial for counterfeiting and fraud. And all their offices been shut down, wiped. It's a severe level. So the other thing I want to tell you is I was getting rental income of, at the time, about 1,100, which would have been a bit more now. So maybe I've lost rental income of about 12, I don't know, Maybe 100,000 rental income.
Right. Okay. And you don't have your reference number from your previous report, no?
Oh my good Lord. I can give it to you by email or something after. I don't have it to my hand.
Okay.
But this
So
report
did you
was
get the
long.
report?
This report was about from 2015 time.
Right. And was it with Action Fraud or was it with the police directly?
No, I made a specific call to Action Fraud,
Right. Okay.
but the police was involved. There was the police that's near him, the Watford police,
Uh-huh.
and the Barnet police in Colindale. The one in charge of that particular incident was given to somebody called Sergeant Persil, Percil.
No, that's okay. The only reason I ask is if a report's made with the police directly and it's reported as fraud, sometimes they'll send it directly to the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau.
They didn't do anything like that. They didn't do it. Mr. Persil told me, he invited me down to the station, did an official interview, and he told me that the punch in my face with a big old bruise and stuff, he said that could have been from anywhere. And then he said he checked it out and Mr. Gondia is a bailiff. So he closed the case on that. Mr. Gondia had a notice on the property. I have photographs somewhere that says he's the bailiff and it had his phone number on there. And the police came and backed him up. I don't think the police know he was my staff member.
Okay. So you believe he wasn't a registered bailiff, that it was...
I don't believe, I'm 100% certain.
Okay.
But if I tell you something else, if I just tell you something else, there was an estate agent involved.
There was a what agent, sorry?
Estate agent,
Okay.
who I believe is connected with Mr. Gondia,
Uh-huh.
called Sunny Vij, V-I-J, S-U-N-N-Y, Sunny Vij. So he was renting the property and he was taking deposit off people and then taking lots of deposit, and it caused me a lot of problems. But in the end, he was jailed for 6 months.
Okay.
And the conveyancing solicitor of the same property, it's a guy called Anthony Morar. He was jailed for 3.5 years for conveyancing fraud. And there were, I think, two or three other people that were using my company name to do property fraud in cahoots with Mr. Gondia. And they were on trial at the Wood Green Crown Court. And I think 2 or 3 of them were jailed, but Mr. Gondia wasn't jailed. But he was a connection because he was working in my company, so he had access to do whatever. I don't know how he was in charge, but the other people were jailed. They had, you know,
Right.
prison time.
And as proprietor of the business, as proprietor of the property that this
Yeah.
report's about, was it under you as an individual or was it under you as an actual company?
It was on my personal name,
Personally, okay.
and then I had a tenant in there, and they threw the tenant out with the children and everything else. And the police got them to return the children's goods, but then I later moved into the property, and then they came and threw me out as well. We had saying Mr. Gondia is a bailiff. He had a lot of police come to assist him, funny enough. So either he managed to convince the police that he was a legitimate bailiff without being on any bailiff register anywhere, or the police are involved as partners in crime. By the way, one of the police officers was the child protection officer, because there's children, little 3-year-old children involved in this. Christopher Maitland was also jailed for extreme child sexual offenses with his buddy Stefan Kedek.
Okay.
So we've lost, I mean, we lost, when you add it up, several million. If you put interest and all that in, and loss of earnings, whatever, we're talking, you know, multiple millions here.
And was that a personal loss or through your business?
Well, I'm a sole proprietor, so the business is one and the same as me. I trade as Churchill Finance, but it's a sole proprietor, so
Okay.
I don't have a separate company.
Right. Nope, that's fine. That's okay. I'm going to have a look into this and just have a check here for you. Do you mind if I place you on hold just for a
Yeah,
second? while I check
not a
this?
problem, not a problem.
Should just be a moment. Thank you.
Sure, sir.
Listen to some options. Try again after the tone.
Reporting fraud.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options, or please try again after the tone.
Fraud reporting.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options, or please try again after the tone.
Fraud.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options, or please try again after the tone.
Reporting fraud, please.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1
Press
to
option
listen to some
1.
options, or please try again after the tone.
Reporting a fraud.
Was that report?
Yes.
Was that report?
Yes.
Your call is important to us, and the next available agent will be with you shortly. Please remember, if you want to report a crime or provide information on a crime, you can visit www.reportfraud.police.uk. The website address again is www.reportfraud.police.uk. Please be aware that information shared may be collected for evidence and is potentially disclosable. We may also share relevant details with the appropriate law enforcement agency. We are currently experiencing a high volume of...
Good afternoon. You're through to report fraud. You take calls and generate reports on behalf of the police. Thank you for your patience in holding. You're speaking with George. May I start by taking your name, please?
Oh, hi, George. Yeah, I was having a long report with a gentleman called Brendan, and it...
Sorry, I cannot hear you. You sound very, very far away from the phone.
Do I? Is that any better?
I can't hear you.
Oh. I'm looking for Brendan.
Sorry?
One of your staff called Brendan? Brendon?
Sorry, I'm really, really sorry, but I can barely hear you.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you hear me now?
You sound very, very far away from the phone.
Yeah. Well, I got the phone right here. Mm-hmm. I was just speaking to...
Do you maybe have a contact number that I can call you back on to see if that helps?
I can, but how are you going to hear the number?
Sorry?
You're not going to be able to hear the number, are you?
I do really apologize. I am really sure.
I will cut off and call back, yeah?
I am really sorry.
That's all right. I'll call back. Good Lord.
Thank you for calling Report Fraud, formerly known as Action Fraud, the UK's National Reporting Centre for Fraud and Cybercrime. If it is an emergency, please hang up and dial 999. If you are ringing from Scotland, please hang up and dial 101. To report a crime or provide information on a crime, you can visit www.reportfraud.police.uk. The website...
Reporting fraud.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options, or please try again after the tone.
Report a fraud.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options, or please try again after the tone.
Report a serious fraud.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options, or please try again after the tone.
Reporting fraud, Brendan.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Press 1 to listen to some options, or please try again after the tone. If you want to make a new crime report, press 1. If you want an update on a report you have made, press 2. If you want to provide more information about your report, press 3. Please wait whilst we transfer your call. If you have already created an account, you can update your report by visiting www.reportfraud.police.uk. The website address again is www.reportfraud.police.uk. Alternatively, we will aim to answer your call as quickly as we can. Please be aware that information shared may be collected for evidence and is potentially disclosable. We may also share relevant details with the appropriate law enforcement agency. We are currently experiencing a high volume.
Good afternoon. You're through to report fraud. You take calls and generate reports on behalf of the police. Thank you for your patience in holding. You're speaking with George. May I start by taking your name, please?
Oh, hi, George. I was speaking to Brendan and the phone got cut off. I wonder if you could reconnect me to him so I can continue.
Sorry, so I won't be able to reconnect you to a different agent just due to availability.
Right. I see. Mm-hmm. So, maybe you...
Sorry, I can barely hear you. I am really, really sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no way I can get through to Brendan?
No, that won't be a possibility. We can't transfer calls to certain agents.
Oh. So, yeah, I had a long chat with him with a very, very serious matter, and there is no way to resume.
I won't be able to transfer you over to a different agent. No, that's just not a possibility.
Ah, okay. So how can I proceed? Because I spent quite a long time, he was taking a report.
Sorry, what's your name? I'll be able to assist you.
Okay, my name is Anthony Badaloo.
Sorry? I'm really struggling to hear you.
Yeah.
You're very, very far away
Yeah.
from the phone.
Can you call me back and see if we get a better connection?
What's your number?
07973
Mm-hmm.
737
Yeah?
766.
Okay, was that 07973737766?
You got it?
Okay, alright. I will give you a call back.
Okay, thank you, George. Woo! Action fat. Hello?
Hello, it's just George calling back.
Oh, hi, George. Thanks for calling back. Is that any better?
It sounds the exact same as before. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, I
Do you
thought-
have me on speaker?
Yeah, I have you on loudspeaker of the phone. Shall I switch it off and see?
Yes, please.
Because I talk to loads of people. I don't have any problem, but sometimes I don't know. Okay, let's see. How is that?
Oh, yeah, that's better. That's
Wonderful,
better.
wonderful.
Okay. All right. What did you say that your name was again? Sorry.
Anthony Badaloo.
How do you spell your last name?
Badaloo.
Okay, thank you. So first name Anthony, is that spelled A for Alpha, N for November, T for Tango, H for Hotel, O for Oscar, M for November, Y for Yankee?
Yeah,
Thank you. And then last name spelled B for Bravo, A for Alpha, D for Delta, A for Alpha, L for Lima, double O for Oscar.
that's it.
Thank you. And then, yeah, I've got your contact number is 07973 737 766.
That's it, yeah.
Thank you. So just before we do begin, sorry, can I confirm if you're a resident of Scotland?
No.
And you said that you have contacted before, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I was speaking to somebody called Brendan,
Brendan. Okay.
and I had quite a long... Can I carry on where I left off with Brendan so you can fill it in? We don't have to start from the beginning again, hopefully.
I mean, did you make a start on the report? I can't find any record of you on the system.
Oh my gosh, it said on there everything was being recorded.
Okay. Just one moment. Let me just have a look. I'm just having a look through the system.
Yeah.
Just one moment. Okay. Right. So are you able to discuss what's happened and I can definitely assist you from there.
Okay, I just don't want to go. If I can avoid going through the whole shebang again, but we don't know if Brendan. He said he was taking a report.
I can't see any details of you on the system.
Oh my goodness. Well, I've been recording it, so maybe I can send you my recording after we're finished, so I don't have to go through the whole shebang again.
Sorry, there wouldn't be any way for me to receive that recording. If you are able to just discuss what's happened, I can definitely assist you.
But would you like me to start from the beginning again?
Yes, please.
I was like an hour in with him.
Okay, I am sorry about that. I'm not too sure
Yeah.
what to say. There's no record on the system.
I mean, what's the process? He would then be making some kind of posting some kind of report on the system.
If a report was taken, yeah, it would have been logged on the system.
Already?
But if you mention the call disconnected, there is a chance that the report wasn't started.
Oh, because I went so deep with all the information.
Okay.
I mean, you must have a link where I can send you like a link to my recording or something, and you can then...
We don't have that, no. If you're just able to describe what's happened, I can assist you from there.
Because my worry is I might go another hour with you, and then you get cut off as well.
Right, well, if the line does disconnect, I will attempt to call you back 3 times, but if you are able to discuss what's happened, I can start assisting you.
Oh my good Lord. Okay. I don't know. That is so weird. I mean, do you have the facility? I can send you my report in the post or something, no? I can make a CD.
You have the option to report on the website. Other than that, you can only report over the phone. So if you would prefer to do it online, that's completely up to you.
No, but I mean like sending you my recording. I could just send you in the post like a CD or something.
We don't have that facility, as mentioned. We don't.
Okay. So how do you investigate crimes?
So report fraud are not investigators. We're only a reporting centre.
Oh, I see. Because what I was referred to you by the Serious Fraud Office.
Right, so do you mind just explaining what's happened and then I can begin to assist you, please?
So I just told you I was directed here by the Serious Fraud Office. Did you not hear that?
Yes, I heard that. So what's happened? Can you maybe provide some information about why you were transferred over to us?
Yeah, so what it is, there is a firm of solicitors called Axiom Ince.
How do you spell that?
Axiom, one word, AXIOM.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ince, INCE.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been charged and prosecuted and on trial and shut down by the Serious Fraud Office and the Law Society for counterfeiting and fraud.
Okay.
So I've got issues with them for the same crimes which I reported 2011, and 2015. So I'm trying to get my case to be part of the prosecution.
Okay.
So the Serious Fraud Office directed me that I must first approach Action Fraud, and if the value of the claim or damages exceed £1 million, then you automatically refer it to the Serious Fraud Office.
Okay.
So that's my understanding. Yeah, I'm a trading standards practitioner. So the report concerns myself and a bunch of other people.
Okay. Right. So what's occurred with yourself that you're wanting to report?
What's the?
Sorry?
You said what is the CAD or what? I didn't hear that.
No, sorry, what is the situation that you were involved
Oh, okay,
in? That you wanted to
right.
report?
So I will start to say I had an issue with Axiom Ince in 2011, where they towed my car and said they had a writ, and the lawyers involved was Axiom Ince. And then I discovered that they didn't have a writ, it was a counterfeit. And they returned the car to me with no monies paid and nothing. And then come 2015, they did the same thing, but this time they did it with a property. So I did put complaints to the SRA and to the company and all that, so it's well documented. And they fabricated a warrant or a writ, a High Court writ. So my complaints are well documented on Resolver and email and all possible means.
Okay.
At the time I reported it to the police. There was a Sergeant Purcell, amongst others, and Axiom Ince was acting for a gentleman called Manoj Gondia.
Okay.
So they somehow put Mr. Gondia's name on my property as a proprietor, which is impossible, and also told the police that Mr. Gondia is a bailiff. So that's also not true. So the value of the property was about $500,000 at the time. Would probably be today, probably about $750,000. And I've lost rental. It would be about $1,500 a month since 2015. So what's that? I don't know, maybe another 100 grand, maybe more. I had to pay rent just opposite the flat, and when I left that flat, I'd paid over 100,000 in rent, and my property was across the road. So the stamp duty was not paid on the sale of the property, nor was any land registry fees paid, and they've never provided me with a bill of sale so I could do my tax return. And the HMRC said they never filed anything regarding the sale of the property. So the tenants and a little child was evicted on the fake writ, and the police got involved and told the bailiffs, Mr. Kevin McNally, to return the children's items, but they never arrested the bailiff.
Okay.
So the proceeds of the sale was paid into a child's bank account in the name of Roshni Gondia, Roshni, Roshni Gondia, at Santander.
Is that the sales of the property?
My property was sold by Mr. Gondia, and instead of putting the money in his own name, he put it in his daughter's name. I think she was like 9 years old or 10 years old at the time.
Okay.
Which is obviously not not above board. Yeah, so he's put himself as a bailiff and a proprietor, falsely. And yeah, no figures have been supplied to me or filed, or any surplus given back to me. Nothing. And then there was a figure of 473,000 that went through my account and out. So that was confirmed by someone called Kirsty at the Santander Bank. And I think it could be related to Mr. Gondia doing some unlawful transactions, but obviously need to be investigated. I was confirmed by Kirsty from the fraud department at Santander.
Okay.
So we also have another victim, because they use a bailiff called the sheriff's office, someone called Kevin McNally, and Kenneth Warby. So that company was a dormant company at the time, so it couldn't be legal under any circumstances.
Okay.
Are you taking all this information?
Yes, I am.
All right, so we're doing good. We're nearly done. So there is another victim of this company, known as Michelle Young, who had various fraud against her by the sheriff's office, and I believe Axiom Stone. And we have a lady called Tracy Smythe, Smythe, who is also a victim of this, the sheriff's office. And at some point in time, another bailiff was sent after me, and they were from two different occasions. They were from a company called Wilson and Rowe, who was also a dormant company.
Okay.
And I have some other victims of Wilson and Rowe alongside myself, which I'm going to give you a list of names. Here we go. Where is it? I wrote it down somewhere. Wilson and Rowe. Here we go. So it's a good list. So I will just go through as quickly as I can. Whoops. Dum, here we go. Found it. So we have here someone called Julian Fernandez. Paul Sorodok.
Yeah.
Corina X. Julia Roberts. Marjorie Badaloo. Jacqueline Campbell.
Yeah.
Johnny Mitchell. Tobe Hayden Lee. Tobe, T-O-B-E. Gemma X.
Yeah.
Alaya James hyphen Perry. Michael James hyphen Perry. Ian D'Souza, it's a D apostrophe S-O-U-Z-A.
Yeah.
Felician, F-E-L-L-I-C-I-E-N-N-E. A Blenman hyphen Bogey, B-L-E-N-M-A-N hyphen Bogey. Rosemary, Rosemary, R-O-S-M-A-R-Y, Rosemary Copeland. Johnny Mitchell, Johnie Mitchell. Maybe I gave you that before, I can't remember. Martin Wools, W-O-O-L-S. Vanessa McLean.
Yeah.
Tamara Stevenson.
Yeah.
And the tenants at the property at the time was called Chinwe and Anthony, is a couple. Kalu, K-A-L-U hyphen Uma, U-M-A. And the 3-year-old baby.
Okay.
And then we have Mayur Joshi, M-A-Y-U-R, J-O-S-H-I. And Romy Badaloo, R-O-M-Y-B-A-D-A-L-O-O. And also a 3-year-old baby. So the police had told the bailiffs, Mr. McNally, to return the baby's items, but they did not arrest the bailiff. That's the Barnet police. And then the child protection officer from the Barnet police, Christopher Maitland.
sorry to interject here, but are we able to focus on the incidents that happened with yourself? The victims that are involved, they would need to report to us separately.
Okay. Well, they're all on a campaign called ScambusterTV against court order scams, so everybody's in there together. You understand?
Okay.
They've all put, I'm a trading standards practitioner, so I'm able to reference other people. And I can assure you that they've all made complaints and reports and inquiries. And if the company is trading illegally, they must be shut down without any further questions. And then the victims be sorted out.
Okay, I do agree with you there.
Thank you very much.
That's okay. I just have a few questions to go over.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned that the company involved, the bogus solicitors, fabricated high court writs,
Yeah.
in what way did they fabricate them?
Well, the court has no record of an application. Yeah?
Application for what?
For a writ.
Okay.
We've made all the possible inquiries. I've done videos on them. They're on my campaign. So they returned my car after I established. They couldn't tell me any means by which their writ was valid, whether it's a seal by the court, whether it was they made an application, whether there is computer records available. And they actually gave me my car back and admission without a penny being paid. And I've done a whole video explainer. It's on YouTube. It's called 10 Ways to Spot a Fake High Court Writ. And the other problem is, George, is a High Court writ can only be used against trespassers and squatters. I'm a proprietor. You understand?
Okay. And was there a reason why they took your vehicle in the first place?
Fraud. It's happening a lot, isn't it?
Okay, but what was the reason behind it, aside from it being fraud? I just need more information about what's happened.
Well, Mr. Gondia was my former employee. And I think he had a feeling that everything I owned belonged to him.
Okay.
And he somehow got his name on my property as a proprietor. So I was explaining to your previous person, Brendan, it's not possible. You can take a charge on somebody's property, but you can't put your name down as a proprietor.
Okay.
And also, he told the Barnet police that he's a bailiff. And they believed him. You understand?
Okay.
The Sergeant Purcell, who they put in charge of told me, he called me in for an interview and he told me, he said, Mr. Gondia is a bailiff, we've checked him out. And that's totally untrue. It's not hard to verify.
Okay.
You understand? And that child protection officer who took the baby's things back, or was part of the team, he got jailed for extreme child sexual offenses. So I'm just saying the integrity is not there.
Okay, all right. And so, with his name being added as a proprietor to your property, did he gain sole possession of the property then?
No, what he did, he told the police he was a proprietor. When he took possession illegally, So the police told me he's a proprietor, and how you can't become a proprietor unless you defraud the land registry. And with that, you have to have a connection like bent lawyers, like Axiom Ince.
Okay. And were any of your personal details forged at all?
A lot of things happened. There was a time my a lot of money was being debited from my account, a lot, and I did get a refund from the bank, but they never pursued it, and I believe it's Mr. Gondia. And what else? The land registry papers were not signed by myself, and I'm the proprietor. It can't transfer unless I sign something. I've never been given a bill of sale to see how much it was sold, how much it cost, how much is due back to me. There's any surplus. And like I said earlier, the money went into an underage kid's bank account. Mr. Gondia's daughter, Roshni Gondia. No stamp duty was paid on the transaction, and no land registry fee. There was an estate agent connected with him somehow called Sunivich, who was renting the property illegally, and he was jailed for 6 months for theft and fraud. The conveyancing solicitor who did the original conveyancing on the property, Mr. Anthony Marat, he was jailed 3.5 years for conveyancing fraud. And Mr. Gondia was connected to some Nigerian gentlemen who were using my business name and stuff in some kind of property fraud, and they got long jail sentences, and Mr. Gondia was on trial. I don't know how he didn't get jailed. Maybe because he's a bailiff. Maybe because he's a... I don't know. But so, you know, we made, like I said, we made the reports to the authorities. I did everything humanly possible. The Axiom Ince had denied me their insurance details because I wanted to make a claim on their insurance. So even to withhold your insurance, that's a fraud. And now they're on trial, and I filed my report to the SRA and all the necessary things. I believe my case and all the other connected people should become part of the trial.
Okay, all right, now I do completely understand that. So,
thank you.
Just a few more questions.
Sure.
Sorry. So, is this suspect still in possession of your property, yeah?
I understand that he sold it. He sold it. So whoever is in my property is in there under what they call adverse possession. That means it's like if you buy a stolen car, the original owner is still entitled to the car. You can't sell something you don't lawfully own. You understand?
Yeah.
So they're, by law, they're qualified as a trespasser. We just had a case of a guy called Paul McGowan who took his property back after 20 years on this basis that whoever is living there are trespassers because he never lawfully sold the property 20 years ago. Yeah?
Okay.
But the thing...
So when...
Yeah?
Sorry, when was the suspect's name added as a proprietor to your property?
It was about before 2015, prior to 2015. because I wasn't aware, to be honest, until I saw the land registry paperwork, and the police told me he was a proprietor. I thought, how?
So how long have you been aware of this information?
Well, I've been fighting the case since. I have a whole big campaign on the internet called Court Order Scams, and I got over 6,000 people signed it. I did report to Action Fraud in 2015, and there's a video on YouTube somewhere of me speaking to you. So I've done a lot. I've followed up. I think your colleague was asking me for Action Fraud reference number. I think I just found one. But I don't know if it's the one you're looking for.
Okay.
Let me see. Action Fraud. Wow, let me see something. You know, things are never easy to find when you need them. Not this one. Let me just see again. Oh, what on earth? I just had it, and now I don't have it. Let's have a look on my. Maybe this one. Okay, so I will find at least one reference number.
Okay.
It's an online chat. It's 814353. But I have followed up. I've never given up. It's been tough, to be honest. It put me in a tough position, you know, in many ways. But I have been persistent and consistent.
No, I do completely understand that.
And it's not just me. It affected my family, my business in so many ways. I have another one here from you with a reference number. It's
Okay.
NFRC number.
Mhm.
It's 181
Yeah.
202
Mhm.
671
Yeah.
069.
Let me just have a look. Just one moment. Okay. I will note that reference number down, but just due to a new system, it won't allow me to view that.
What I can do, I can send you some information by post, but I'm just making this report for the record, for a public record, because it's been going too long, and the evidence is all there. Why can't we get justice? These people are on trial. How can I have been reporting since 2011 and my case is not involved? You understand how many people have gone to jail connected with this case, and I still haven't got some kind. I haven't even got accounts for figures for my property. The HMRC is harassing me to get figures, but they're not harassing Mr. Gondia. They actually told me in writing. They said we won't ask him. Can you believe this?
Okay, I am sorry to hear that. If you just bear with me a few minutes, please. I just want to confirm some details over with a colleague, and then I'll get back to you if that's okay.
Okay, George. Are you going to call me back or shall I hold?
I'm just going to place you on hold.
Yeah, because at least we got a good line. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, bye. Wow. It's a long one. Actionless fraud. Wow. Tracy, you're getting a report going in. Oh, let me unmute you. Yeah, the identity theft, but well, you have the counterfeiting of warrants and by companies who are dormant, can't trade anyway. You know, that is that's a no-brainer.
Right, and as mentioned, that's something that unfortunately doesn't fall under our scope of service, so it wouldn't be something that we can report on, unfortunately, but I did confirm all of the details over with a colleague, and we would be able to take a report regarding the property being signed over to the suspect.
Okay.
Is that something that you want to do?
I'm desperate, so I'll pursue anything, but I can't see how you're going to refuse a bailiff company is dormant, fabricating warrants, and you don't see that as fraud? And the company is on trial for counterfeiting and fraud, and you don't see that as something you can pursue? That's a bit strong.
All right, just bear with me one moment. I do apologise.
That's all
I'll
right.
just see if I can get more details from that.
Okay. Oh, she melted away. Wow. Just like they all do. But now, should action fraud not be in a conspiracy now? Tell me. Look what we've been through this evening. What time is it now? Oh, she's calling back before I slag her off.
This call is being recorded for quality and training purposes.
Hello?
Hello, it's just George calling back from...
Oh gosh, yeah.
Previously, so I thought I'd give you a call back.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. So as I was attempting to ask previously,
Yeah.
so with the solicitor firm, were they dormant before or after your incident with them?
It's not the solicitor firm that was dormant. It's the enforcement agent company, which is called the sheriff's office. They were dormant at the time.
Okay, and how were they involved?
Well, they fabricated court warrants because, you know, between them and Axiom Ince. But while you're on the subject of identity theft, one of the enforcement agents called Kenneth Warby, when we started to make inquiries and demanding, you know, to verify things, so he's working for the sheriff's office, which is a dormant company. They can't work, they can't have insurance, they can't do commerce.
And was it dormant during your dealings with them?
Yes, but we weren't aware at the time they were dormant. But what he did, he gave an identification from a company called Marston's when he was allegedly working for the sheriff's office. So when I look back in time, I can see the reason he did it is because he knew the company was dormant, but I didn't know. I couldn't figure out why he's giving a false ID.
Okay.
So that comes under everything: identity theft, fake warrant, dormant company, everything possible. Yeah, deception, child abuse, it's all there.
Okay, all right. So they were working alongside the solicitor's firm, and
Yeah,
they served
we go back
to
2011, it's not a one-off, and here they are facing trial for counterfeiting and fraud. So it's like, where is the escape? It's a you know.
Yeah, I'll note that down. Thank you. I'll just, if that's okay, I will just confirm those details back to see if it does.
Because its identity comes along with impersonation. Mr. Gondia said he's a bailiff. This bailiff says he works for Marston's, but his paperwork says the sheriff's office. It's all there. You can put whatever label you want. It's just extortion.
Okay, no, I do understand that. So
Right.
he was also claiming to be a bailiff as well.
Yes, yeah. And the police told me he's a bailiff. And he had stickers on the property saying he's a bailiff with his name and mobile number.
And he wasn't a bailiff, no?
No, he was my former employee.
Okay. All right, I'll just get those details confirmed back. All right. Sorry, I do apologise.
No,
I'll
that's
just place
fine.
you on hold for
That's fine,
a few
George.
more moments.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope Facebook don't shut us off. Oh.
Sorry, I do really apologise about the delay. So whilst I get those details confirmed, I'm just going to take down a few of your details. If
Sure,
that's okay,
sure.
And then we'll get something started. So could I start by taking your date of birth for security, please?
May the 31st, 1964.
That was your postcode as well, please.
EN4 8PP Papa.
Thank you. And what's the first line of the address?
180 Church Hill Road.
And would I be able to take your email address for correspondence?
Yeah. Admin at church hyphen hill .net.
So that's admin at church-hill.net.
Yep.
I'll just note that down. Thank you. So what I'll do as well is I'll send out an invitation to you so you can join the report fraud service online. That way you will be able to update the report with further information if you need to, and you can also track the status.
Okay, great, thanks.
No problem. So, just one moment. Just trying to look through all of my notes here that I've made. So, do you have any dates at all of when the property was signed over?
Let me find. I have some dates. I don't have the specific date to hand. I can get it, but the date on which the date when they came to the property was 9th of March 2015. And I have a crime number, if that helps you. I don't know.
Okay, what's the crime number?
240 5721 /15, and they had put Sergeant Foster Purcell, Essex 26, in charge. And
Essex Police.
I don't know. I met him in Barnet. I went into Barnet, Collindale Station, and in the interview room, and that's who I spoke to. So I didn't know he's a Essex Police. I don't know. That's strange. But he told me that the injury in my face, where I was punched by Mr. Gondia, he said I could have had. He said you could have had that from anywhere. And then he said he verified that Mr. Gondia, and he had another gentleman with him, are sheriffs. Yeah?
Okay.
And he said the police verified the warrants, they spoke to the court. That's what he said, which cannot be true because the court doesn't have any record of issuing any warrant. And there was no warrant. They said they had a writ, so there's a slight difference, but whatever. So Mr. Purcell don't know what he's talking about. That's what it is. And then, so that's one date, 9th of March 2015. Yeah, he said they're genuine sheriffs. That's what he said to me. I felt I was being gaslighted, yeah?
Okay.
He said they had a genuine writ. He said his officers confirmed. And he said, I'm just reading my notes. He said, my officers are experienced and trustworthy. And he believed in them. So we cannot deal in belief, right? We need to verify. Yeah? And he said the sheriffs do not need a badge. And he said some high court writs can be executed by anyone. You don't have to be a bailiff. This is what Sergeant Foster Purcell said to me. Yeah?
So the High Court writ was given to you, issued by these...
There's no high court writ. It's just a piece of garbage paper.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah.
It's a fabricated High Court writ.
He had it stuck on the window and the door where I have pictures of it with his name and his phone number. So the police is accepting that as proof, and that doesn't, you know, it's like, okay. And the solicitor I was dealing with, or he was dealing with from Axiom Stone, or Axiom Ince, was a gentleman, but there's a gentleman called Jayesh Jotangia. And he, when we started to ask him about the writ and the warrant, because he's the same one, the same person who gave us the car back, yeah? When they took the car and they couldn't validate the warrant or the writ, they gave us the car back. This is the same guy, Jayesh Jotangia. And when we started to turn up the heat in 2015 with the writ again, he resigned. He said they're not dealing with this anymore. Yeah? So that they tried to say it's nothing to do with them, but then they stole my property already. You understand? You there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, all right. Do you mind spelling that person's name, please?
Okay, Jayesh.
Yeah.
Jotangia, Jotanghia.
The first name, that was J for Juliet, A for Alpha, Y for Yankee, E for Echo, S for Sugar, H for Hotel.
Yes. So first he gave us back the car when they couldn't and then secondly when the flat thing property he resigned off the case.
Sorry, so can I just confirm back the spelling of the last name as well, please?
Jot.
So did you say J for Juliet, O for Oscar, T for Tango,
Yeah.
A for Alpha, N for November, D for Delta?
No,
I for India,
G for George.
G for George.
H.
Where? Sorry.
Ghia. You got that?
So J for Juliet, O for Oscar, T for Tango, A for Alpha, N for November, G for Golf, H for Hotel, I for India, A for Alpha.
That's it.
Okay, alright. So just to stay in line with the report, if that's okay, do you mind if we go through suspect details individually so I can get them all added onto the report?
Yeah, sure. Sure. I mean, if you want, I can send that to you on the invitation.
So, as I've mentioned, we have no way of receiving anything through email or through post. It would need to all be provided over the phone.
Okay, you said you were going to send me an invitation link where I could put stuff on.
If you would prefer to add suspect details that way, that's completely up to you.
What it is, I can give you what I have, and then I can furnish other stuff. Because I might be able to have to go and look certain things up.
Okay, no problem. So was the main suspect then the person that...
Mr. Gondia, yeah.
Yeah. How do you spell their name?
G-O-N, his first name is Manoj, M-A-N-O-J.
Yeah.
And the second name is Gondia, G-O-N-D-H-I-A.
So first name, M for mother, A for alpha, N for
Yep.
November,
Yep.
O for Oscar,
Mm-hmm.
Last name G for Golf, O for Oscar, N for November, D for Delta, H for Hotel, I for India, A for Alpha.
Yeah.
And would you be able to provide any other details for that suspect, contact details, etc., or is that stuff that you'd prefer to add later?
I can add it later because I gotta go in my phone and I'm talking to you on it.
No problem.
But
So
but he.
it was,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, so the companies essentially involved that were bogus were the Sheriff's Office and then Axiom Ince.
Okay, so the sheriff's office claimed to be the enforcement agent who initially repossessed the property. And then the bailiff came there was, I believe, called Kevin McNally from the sheriff's office. And another bailiff came again, called Kenneth Warby. And we started to inquire. We couldn't get any contact with Kevin McNally. I think he ran off or something. But Mr. Kenneth Warby, he tried to defend himself. And he gave a fake ID. He gave a ID from Marston's when he wasn't working for Marston's. He was working for the sheriff's office, and I believe he wanted to cover up that he don't want to give an ID from a company that's dormant. So he's doing one crime to cover up another crime.
How do you spell his last name? Would that be W for Whiskey, A for Alpha, U for Uniform, D for Delta, B for Bravo, Y for Yankee?
Spell who? Which person?
Kenneth Wardby.
It's Warby, W-A-R-B-Y.
Oh, Warby.
Mm-hmm.
With W-A-R-B-Y.
Yeah.
And then Kenneth, is that?
K-E-N-N-E-T-H, just like how standard.
So Kilo Echo November Echo Tango
Yep.
Hotel. Note that down. So it was a fake ID that was provided.
Yeah.
I'll note that down. Just to confirm the spelling of the solicitors, sorry, was that A for Alpha, X for X-ray, I for India, O for Oscar, M for Mother, then I for India, N for November, C for Charlie, E for Echo.
Yep. They were called Axiom Stone at the time.
Axiom Stone. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll note that down. Do you have any other details for that company, like a company registration number, address, website?
I can try and Google it. They're in Edgware. The office I dealt with was in Edgware. But they had, I think, 4 branches or something. Let me just Google it. Edgware. Since they were shut down, they're probably not there. Axiom London Limited. Edgware. Okay, yes. Yeah, so it's there at. They were at Axiom House, number 1 Spring Villa Road, Edgware, HA8 7EB.
Number 1 Springvilla Road.
Yep. So they also have number 4 Spring Villa Road as well.
I'll note that down. Thank you. Okay. All right. Any company registration number at all?
I've got the Law Society. Let me go in there. Page not found. So obviously they've been struck off. But I can find their company number. It's company's house. The company number, Axiom Stone London Limited. Same address I gave you. And the company number is 0654 6205.
So that's 0654 6205.
Yeah.
I'll get that added there for you. Thank you. Alright, so, sorry, just in relation to the money for the sale of the property that was paid into the suspect daughter's account, did you say that was 473,000?
No. The sale price, I can't remember the figure. I think it might be close to 400,000. And that was paid. There was a mortgage, so it would have been deducted. But it was paid to the Roshni Gondia. That she was about 9 or 10 at the time, and the account was with Santander Bank. So we believe that Mr. Gondia doesn't want anything in his name. It's for reasons known maybe to you.
I will note that down. Do you know when the property was sold?
I don't have a specific date, but it's around 2015, probably mid 2015, late, maybe autumn 2015, that time.
And that was done again without your consent?
Without my consent, without my knowledge, unauthorized. But the 473,000, that's a different issue. It didn't go in the door. That's a different figure. That figure is, my bank told me that amount of money came in and out of my account over a 2-year period. So I believe somebody was using my account to loan the money. And it's probably somebody who had access to my account.
And you think that's the same suspect?
Yeah, because there was a whole series of transactions sometime later that it's all things he like movies and car parking and lots of transactions. And I believe it's him. The bank investigated it and refunded me but it took some time and stuff like that. But they never really gave me what the information that they found out. They didn't tell me.
I see. Okay. So that's all since been resolved?
Well, it's not resolved because it's still an issue if he stole money from my bank account. I got the money back doesn't mean the crime is resolved. He could do it tomorrow. And how many other people is he robbing? I don't know.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, my connection dropped there. I really do apologise.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll make note of it on this report for you. Just one moment. Sorry, my connection's just still a bit spotty. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you very well.
Okay. That's good, thank you. Can you still hear me? Sorry, I think
Yes,
the connection's a bit spotty.
yes.
Thank you. Right. I'll just make some other notes. So, in relation to the financial loss involved, sorry.
Yeah.
So, like with the sale of the property, etc. Would you be able to provide any transactions or any exact figures of a financial loss as of yet?
Well, what I can provide is the fact the transfer took place at the land registry. You understand?
Okay.
I have the land registry information, which is public data. So it's up to the authorities to ask Mr. Gondia, where did the money go? And where is the balance? If you claim I owe you 50 grand and you sold my property for 400,000, where is the rest? And who signed the papers? You know, just simple. But something might be of interest to you. I spoke to an officer on the 21st of February 2015 called Neil Offord, 564 Essex Police, yeah? And described the situation to him, and he told me it's a forgery. Yeah, if that helps, I don't know. And then he suggested I should go to Scotland Yard. Told me to contact Scotland Yard and said I can mention his name. I showed him he saw the fake writs and all that.
So, other than like the Essex police, etc., who else have you reported this situation to so far? I know that you mentioned the Serious Fraud Office.
I done everything you can imagine. Yeah. It's been. I've obviously gone to the police, right? many times and have the police have been less than helpful. But I give you that man. So I'm going to give you a crime number that I got for the matter.
Is it the one that you provided?
Yeah, 15 at the end. Yeah. Right, so I had a recent, I'm talking about maybe less than a year now, there was an officer called PC Flock on that same crime number. He emailed me and gave me his number, and he said he thinks it's a civil matter, but if I have any new information, I should get back to him. So he got involved because my car was taken by another illegal bailiff, which he said was a civil matter, and then the insurance paid out for theft. So PC Flock was wrong. But he still got an open thing on the case. And because he said if I got new information, I should call him. I don't believe he's sincere, unfortunately, like all of them so far. But the evidence can't lie.
Okay. All right. And so, sorry, when you did contact the serious fraud office, did they give you a reference number as well?
No. All they said is first we have to contact the Action fraud, and if it's like over $1 million or something like that, they will you will automatically refer it over to them, and then they can connect it with the existing proceedings.
Maybe have any other reference numbers from companies that you've contacted?
I have, let me have a quick look here. I I contacted the Barnet Council. I had another bailiff harassing me called Christopher Fantis, or Paul Christopher Francis, or Fantis, Phantis, and I reported him to the Hartford County Court, and he was sacked. I filed a complaint to Axiom Stone on the last one I have a log of here is the 12th of February 2019. Let's see.
And just so I can get this
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So Axiom Inc. or Ince.
Yeah.
They are involved as suspects. Is that correct?
Of course, and they are on trial for counterfeiting and forgery. So you know. 5 of the directors, all the directors are on trial for counterfeiting and forgery, which is what I've been complaining about since day one, since 2011. So I've filed complaint to the Law Society. Let me see if I can pull up the Law Society. Let's just see. What's the Law Society called? They have another name, don't they? SRA.
Sorry, yes.
So I made presentations directly to Paul Philip. And let's see something here, if I can find the reference number. So that's not it. Paul. I've hit the button here. I found the one from, okay, so I found an email here, let me see, going back, well, it's November. Okay, so I filed a complaint on Axiom Stone, or Axiom Ince, 12th of September 2019.
Okay.
And I said the partners at Axiom Stone I'm trying to see if I can fish out the reference number for you.
No problem.
Let's see. I completed the form. Sent it off. Is there a reference number? And I sent a copy of a letter addressed to all the partners, yeah, or directors. So dated 12th of the 2nd, 2019.
Okay.
And I attached a document from the Law Gazette about a different solicitor who was making up fake court orders as our supporting evidence. So I'm trying to see. Then I sent a follow-up on when I found on the 7th of November 2024. I said I'm still awaiting, your update, in light of the evidence and the jailing of the directors. And I had a response from them, like a bland response, like, we received your email, something like that, but no action. So I'm doing what I can. The evidence is there. I don't know. I feel like I'm being tortured in some way. So
Were you able to find a reference number at all from the SRA?
let me go back again. Gosh. So reference. Maybe it's on their document. Let me see. Manually, they asked me to fill their form. Date, I don't see let me just have a real look thoroughly before. No, only thing I have is the date. I have their form which was completed on 12th of September 2019.
Okay.
But I don't, this was the SRA's own form that doesn't have a reference number, which is a concern, to be honest. It has their email, but it's completed and signed, and I attached, a full report which is signed by me and dated and stuff. So it looks like, for whatever reason, they haven't allocated a number. I'm just trying to search a bit more thoroughly. Nothing on this email. SRA Latiendo auto reply. This looks like promising. Thank you for contacting us. This is acknowledgement, so got an acknowledgement, but no reference number.
Okay.
Can you see a pattern here? They're not taking it seriously. It's a problem,
That's okay.
I'm doing my part. You see.
Yeah. No, I don't understand that.
So I have an auto reply. I auto reply on 17th of February 2016.
And did you say previously as well, sorry, that the HMRC didn't file anything regarding the sale of the property?
No, HMRC said they didn't file anything.
Oh.
Yeah? So this is the problem I have with the HMRC. They want me to file returns regarding the property. And they are charging me penalties for not filing. And I said to them, well, I don't have any figures to file. What can I file? Did Mr. Gondia file any figures for the sale of the property and all the other stuff? And the HMRC said no. I said, well, can you chase them and get the figures and give me, and I can then do my returns? HMRC said, no, we won't chase them. You chase them. They're telling me to chase them. So I sent an email to them, and I got a reply from them saying, do not contact me again, like a threatening type of, a threatening type of response. So this is where it's almost like intimidation,
So how much have they charged you in penalties?
I don't know for sure. It's something in the line of thousands per year or something, or it's thousands and it's increasing because I can't file something I don't have, and it's a crime. It's an offense to not declare stuff, especially large sums of money approaching millions. And they're not coming under any scrutiny at all.
Would you maybe be able to confirm the amounts that they have been charging you so I can add them onto the report, or is that something that you're able to add later once you've confirmed the details?
I couldn't put my finger on it this minute. I'd have to dig up.
That's okay. No problem. So
Because I also reported it as a crime to the HMRC. They have a special crime number. And I phoned and made a report that this is a crime, I'm the victim, and blah, blah, blah. And they took the report, but I've never had any follow-up.
I'll note that down. So, just in relation to evidence that you could provide then, what would you be able to provide? Like any bank statements, emails, official documents, letters, etc.?
I think I can provide everything I told you about, including videos, pictures, crime numbers, but at the end of the day, the burden of proof is not on me. It's for them to show they had a valid warrant, their company was trading legally, their ID was valid. It's for them to prove those things, because I can't prove on their behalf, but I can supply what I have. You understand?
Yeah, no, I do completely understand that. No.
But I have videos, I have lots of material, which I can provide willingly, and as long as we start the dialogue, that's fine.
Okay. No problem then. So, just before I do go over a few additional questions at the end of the report, is there anything else you'd like to add currently?
Well, I've been on here since 6 o'clock, so my voice is tired. So I guess we just have to, the bottom line is, you know, the key thing is not a proprietor. Money went to the child's account. He hasn't declared nothing to the HMRC. His bailiff gave her Marston's ID. It's kind of, what do you say, overkill? If I did one of those things, I'd be in jail straight away.
Yeah, I've got everything noted down for you, of course, and any other additional details like other suspect details, like contact details. You mentioned that you'd provide those in your own time through the website, yeah?
Yeah, and just one other thing I gotta tell you. Just, you know, when they took the property, we had whatever belongings we had in there, contents, you know, documents, computers, whatever. By law, they have to do a inventory, a statutory inventory.
Yeah.
So they haven't done anything like that. That in itself is a crime. Yeah?
So an inventory wasn't provided as well?
No,
After
no. There was a famous case known as AA versus London Borough of Southwark, and they had to pay 3.5 million, I think it was, to the victim because they took his stuff without doing an inventory. By the way, Mr. Gondia came as a bailiff. He came with another gentleman called Joseph Papworth. And he said he is also a bailiff. Yeah. And he came to the property on the 22nd of August 2015 with Mr. Gondia. So he's Mr. Gondia's new employer. And
what was his name, sorry?
Joseph Papworth, Papworth.
Let me just note that down. So Joseph Tapworth, T for Tango at the start.
P for Papa.
Oh, P for Papa, Papworth, okay.
Yeah. So he's a financial advisor, but he told the police he's a bailiff. So we're talking identity and impersonation, same. So we have him on video somewhere in the flat. And the police telling me to leave, and he's there taking my stuff in his car.
Just to confirm the spelling of the name, Joseph is J for Juliet, O for Oscar, S for Sugar, E for Echo,
Yeah.
P for Papa, H for Hotel. And then Papworth, that was Papa, Alpha, Papa, Whiskey, Oscar, Romeo, Tango, Hotel.
Yeah.
I'll note that down. He was also purporting to be a bailiff.
Yeah, and the police told me, gaslighting me, that he's a bailiff, when I know 100% he's not a bailiff.
That's okay. I'll note that all down for you. Is there anything else you'd like to add before I cover the last section of the report?
No, I would just like to finish it. I'm sure you're tired and I'm tired.
I'll also leave a note on the report as well to state that further suspect details will be filled out by yourself in your own time. So, Report Fraud do work alongside a charity called Victim Support, and they provide help to support victims of fraud. Would you like your details passed over to them?
Yeah, that's okay. I don't have any objection. I mean, do you want the address of the property?
Actually, yes.
It's a minor detail.
What about that?
But there is something. What was it? Let me just see here. Yeah, the property is number 1 Wren Court, W-R-E-N, like the bird. And that's in Magdalene Gardens.
Do you have the postcode? I can search it by that.
Oh my God. It's N Rent code. Let me just type something in, see if I can find it. I'm suffering with all this filing, this and that. And Mr. Gondir is probably lodging it. Da, 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 da. Okay, by the way, I just came by accident on this. I have a email from the sheriff's office who said they were the bailiff, dated the 27th of June 2016, when I asked them to produce the writ that was executed. And I had a reply from a Mr. Russell Ellicott from the sheriff's office. He said, "We are no longer instructed in this matter. Our file is closed since 2015. Our enforcement under the writ of control on behalf of the claimant was unsuccessful." In other words, they didn't evict anybody. Yeah? A nil return was offered. So this is a lie, okay? No fees are due to this company. If you have any dispute, blah, 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 go to the court. We are only mentioned in such paperwork as we are the designated High Court enforcement officers. Now they're writing this when they're dormant, yeah? And it says here, neither Manoj Gondia or Joseph Papworth are High Court enforcement officers. So this is, it goes in the face of what the police say. I've done my homework. Somebody just needs to put the handcuffs on. No more work needs to be done.
Right. So, yeah, they were essentially saying that they dropped the case, yeah.
No, they're saying they didn't evict anybody. So how did Mr. Gondia gain possession? Because they knew they're illegal. They're telling a lie. You understand? But they're confirming here in writing that neither Gondia nor Papworth are High Court enforcement officers, like what the police is ramming down my throat. So I found this when I was looking for the postcode of the property. So let me just see.
So what email address did that come from, please?
Oh my goodness. I just lost it. Let me have a look. It came from, there is a platform called Resolver. Have you heard of it?
No.
So Resolver is like a complaint system online that you can use, and it keeps a log of everything. So I'll give you the email that from their email. What is it now? The email on their letter at the bottom, it says Ari at the sheriff's office.com.
So that was, did you say Arthur Romeo E for Echo at the sheriff's office.com?
Yeah. And there's a reference number of 76623.
That was in the email that stated that no one was...
Yeah, it's subject, it says subject re 76623. So this is an online secure system, so it's there. I'm looking at a printout, but it's in the system. And the email they sent it to is, do you want it or is that overkill?
The email it was sent to, sorry.
They send me this message on a particular email address. So they sent it on June the 27th, 2016 at 16:40. And it was sent to Anthony, that's my name, .Badaloo 87 QY at email.resolver.co.uk.
Okay, so that was your email, yeah?
Yeah, that's the email on Resolver where they send it, and I extracted this. So all the original is there safely in place, secure.
And are you still able to find the postcode for the...
Let me just look for it 1 second. Ooh, it's number 1 Ren code. Let me see. I tell you, I'll just look on Google. Sometimes you get lucky. Raincoat. Raincoat. Number 1 Raincoat. Magdalene Gardens. Oh, and 20. So it's number 1 Raincoat. Ah, here we go. So it's it says here it was sold on the 21st of July 2015 for 320,000.
Sorry, 360,000.
320.
320.
So
it's N200AF. Found it now.
N200AF.
F for Freddy, yeah. So, yeah.
The flat 1 Raincoat.
Yeah.
that noted down. So you said that the property was sold on the 21st of July 2015.
Yeah, that's according to Rightmove.
I will note that down. So is there anything else you'd like to add currently before
I think you have enough, and I think we have to bear in mind other victims of the same sheriff's office, particularly that lady Tracy Smythe, because it's a conspiracy that's going on and it's affecting a lot of people. And there's other bailiffs that are dormant companies that connected to this matter. They're all feeding off our sweat.
I've noted that down for you. So just a few additional things to cover. Sorry, you mentioned that you're fine with your details being passed on to victim support. So should your report later end up in court, would you be willing to support the case?
Yeah, more than willing. You mean like a prosecution, like?
Yeah, if that were to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was in court as a witness when Mr. Gundia was facing trial with his other friends, where they used my business for fraud, and they all got jailed, except Mr. Gundia for some reason. He's above the law a little bit.
And would you consent to being a case study contact and receiving surveys to complete in relation to fraud?
Sorry, would I?
Sorry, would you consent to being a case study contact and receiving surveys to complete in relation to fraud?
Yeah, sure. I run a whole thing called Court Fraud on the internet, ScambusterTV. So a lot of things is there. I've done over 3,000 videos about fraud.
Okay, and how was it that you first learned about report fraud?
I was directed from the Serious Fraud Office.
Serious fraud office. Right. I will note that down. So is there, again, just to confirm, anything further you would like to add before I submit the report for you?
Well, the main thing is the fact that Axiom, Ince people, all the directors are on trial for the same thing I've been reporting since 2011. And due to the weight of evidence in my case, it's already proven, nothing needs to be proved. I want my case to be joined, you understand, to the existing Serious Fraud Office. And I think with interest and costs and damages and loss of rent and all sorts of things, I think it's well into the millions, you know, and the loss of all my business stuff. I got them on video taking my stuff with the police just telling me to not interfere. I mean, you can't get more evidence than that, you know.
No, I do completely understand that.
Mm.
All of that has been noted down for you. So what I will do then is I'll get the report submitted, and that will be sent to the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau, who will analyse the information provided, and they will link your report to others. But please do understand that not every report results in an investigation. However, all of the information provided will still be used and kept on file. Can I confirm that you understand what happens next with your report?
I look, I only accept one thing, prosecution. Whether you do a report, whether you don't do nothing, I will do a private prosecution myself. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do understand.
Are you aware of a case called Lytham? Something Lytham. A police officer failed to do their job, failed to arrest this person for a crime they reported, and he got life imprisonment for failing to act. Lytham. Can you put a note on that for me on the file? Because I'll do it myself and I will put action fraud as part of it. Whoever is your boss.
Right, so I just want to make something clear here. Report fraud are only a reporting service. We have no hand in investigation matters.
Well, I was directed here by the Serious Fraud Office. So you have a hand.
And while I do understand that, the outcome of the report is not dictated by report fraud.
Well, based on the evidence on the table, any outcome that doesn't involve me getting justice is a conspiracy. That's the bottom line.
Alright, now I do understand that. Would
Okay.
you like the crime reference number?
Sorry?
Would you like the crime reference
Yeah,
number
sure,
for the report?
sure.
Just one moment. So that's Arthur Romeo F for Foxtrot,
Mm-hmm.
2601
Yeah.
0055
Mm-hmm.
369 C for Charlie.
Okay. Right.
So that will be included in the confirmation email that you receive.
All right.
I would also advise, if you haven't already, you can contact civil legal advice. I think I mentioned them earlier. They can provide free legal advice in situations like this, and they are quite helpful. Would you like their number?
Are they a charity?
I don't think they're a charity, no.
Okay. Who are they part of, like, what you call it, government service or something? Law enforcement?
They are a government service, yes.
But are they law enforcement?
I wouldn't know that. They just provide legal advice.
Yeah. But I think given that all the things in our case is proven, we just need handcuffs. I can't see anybody giving legal advice or the evidence is all on the table. Do you know what I mean? These people are on trial. Why is my case not involved, not part of the trial? It has to be.
No, I understand that. I'm sorry. It was just a suggestion.
No, I tell you what, I went through a whole shebang with, what do you call it? Citizens Advice Bureau. And they were quite good for a while, and then they kind of faded away. I had lawyers and barristers on it at some point. At the end of the day, Mr. Gonde is not a bailiff. He's not a proprietor. Yeah, the sheriff's office is dormant. There's nothing to do. It's just an arrest that needs to be made. Is that simple
I
enough?
understand that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, I do understand that. Okay. Well, is there anything else maybe that I can assist you with today at all?
No, you've done very well, and I really appreciate it. And if I got to say, can I ask your full name?
My name's George. I'm not obliged to provide a full name.
Do you have a staff number?
We don't know.
Okay, there could be 1,000 people called George,
Okay, I'm sorry. not obligated to provide you with more details other than my first name.
It's hard to deal with people when you don't even know their names.
Well, I do apologise about that. My name's George. That's all that I can provide you.
Is there any reason for that?
We're just a civilian reporting centre. It's just to protect the safety of ourselves, our workers, etc.
You know, I had a guy come to evict us once with babies and all that, and he said he's not obligated to give his name, but he wants to evict us. What's this world coming to?
I'm sorry, I'm just protecting myself here.
Yeah, I understand. So if I wanted to sue you, what would I do? What would I put on the paperwork?
I'm sorry, but what have I exactly done that would make you want to sue me?
No, you haven't. You've done a marvelous job. I don't want to sue you, but look, I'm just saying if, because in law everybody has a right to sue. So I'm just using it as an example. If I wanted to serve you some legal documents, what do I put on the paperwork? Suppose I want to subpoena you as a witness. What name do I put? George?
That's the name that I'm providing you with. I'm not obligated to provide you with my last name.
I feel that something is unjust about that. You're dealing with such a serious matter. I don't even know. You know, on the telephone, you could be sitting in California right now. I don't know who you are.
I do understand that, and throughout this whole call, I've tried my best to assist you.
You've been polite. You've been marvelous. You've been absolutely marvelous. But we come to this very small thing here. I don't know who you are.
I'm sorry, I just work for Report Fraud. I've assisted you in the way that I can. I provided you with my first name. That's all that I can provide you with. I'm sorry.
But you have a female sounding voice and your name is a male, normal male. Can I ask if you're male or female?
So George is a unisex name.
Oh, okay.
With both male and female.
Oh, I've never met a lady George before, but maybe you're the first one. But okay, that's fine. All right, so we can call it a day. I appreciate your help. You've been very, very professional and courteous, and I'm disappointed you don't want to give your name, but that's fine. It's life. At least I've asked, and thank you very much.
That's no problem, and I do hope that everything gets resolved for you.
I do hope so too, and all these other victims. Thank you very much.
That's okay. You take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Anybody still awake? Anybody still awake? Nobody's awake. Oh my God. Nobody's awake. But anyway, that was that. That was a marathon. Who said he's a marathon? Jesus. Listen, God bless YouTube and Facebook and all that. We can post these things. Nobody would believe it. This is unbelievable. They just want to pass it to the other one, and it goes to the. They just want to pass it around and do nothing. But you know, I hope the public can see and appreciate all the bullshit that is. Yeah. So what they say, you got a report number. Fantastic. But yeah, imagine these people are in criminal trial, and my case is not part of it, and there's so many people gone to jail on my case already. So, you know, yeah, they're all in it together. Well, yeah. And the other one who cut me off after such a long thing, cut me off and didn't call back, and nothing on the computer. It's nothing in the computer. So I don't want to make it any longer, but listen, thank you very much, guys, for staying with me. We're going to just try and put this up raw, unedited, with all the challenges we had to go through. Yeah, she heard the phone number, she couldn't hear. Yeah. So, you know, yeah. Let's see. I wanted to get this done because I think the trial date is end of this month somewhere, and I just want to throw in my case if possible. I think I could find out the court and throw it in, but we have everything is there proven on the table, and it's so massive. And I think Mr. Gondia might be watching this video. I don't know, but yeah, sometimes we got to work for what we have in life. You can just go and rob other people. But look, thank you very much. Another day, another crime buster, another scam buster. Thank you very much. I will sleep good tonight.